Lego themes. We have over 40 of them, giving us so many different types of sets, and in this video, I'm gonna rank them all. Just to be clear, I'm only ranking current Lego themes, meaning Lego themes that are around today. Not every single Lego theme in the past, but if this video gets to 1,000 likes, I will rank every single Lego theme ever. So make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Alright, so here with the tier list, the first theme we have up today is Animal Crossing, and Animal Crossing is pretty good. My least favorite part has to be the builds. I just feel like they're a bit simple and generic, but the minifigures are fantastic, so overall this theme averages at around a B. Architecture, we just get some really nice looking builds for this theme, not even gonna lie. They're super well detailed, they're fairly accurate, and they're pretty much just dioramas of real world locations, so I'm gonna put it in A tier. Art is fine. The sets range from pretty good to forgettable in my opinion. I like the new Tiger set, but honestly, most of these sets just don't interest me, which is why I'm putting it in C. Batman, so for the purposes of this video, Batman is pretty much just going to cover all of DC because we barely get any non-Batman DC sets, and even the non-Batman sets we get have the Batman logo. We only get a couple of these sets per year, and I think most of them are good. It's just I would like to see more sets for Batman and DC as a whole because we used to get a lot of good ones just a couple of years ago. I think it is quite surprising that LEGO didn't really release that many DC sets despite the new Superman movie being one of the biggest movies of the summer actually. And I've seen a theory online that LEGO is losing the IP, which honestly makes sense considering how little sets they're putting out, but I mean, yeah, I think Batman was good, but Batman and DC as a whole, they've just kind of fallen off, though I will still put them B. Lego Bluey. So, Bluey is another alright theme. Again, it only has like 6 sets and half of them are Duplo, but some of the regular sets like the family house seem fun for kids. I would like to see them continue, but I'm still gonna put it here in C tier. Lego Botanicals, our next theme. This one's straight A tier. I love this theme. This is pretty much an adults only theme, but I'm not complaining. This theme just consistently puts out the most insanely detailed flower sets, and genuinely the creative part usage and the building techniques make this theme special for me. These sets also look great on display. They make for great gifts. I just love them overall. Easily A tier. What's not exactly A tier is our next theme, which is Braille bricks, and these are basically Lego sets but for visually impaired children, and I like that initiative, but personally I'm just not super invested in these sets and I don't think they're very good, so D tier. What's not D tier though is our next theme, Lego City. This one's straight into S tier. I mean, it's just so iconic to Lego, and it's been one of their best selling themes for like 50 years. This is a theme which first introduced me to Lego personally, and it does release a lot of the same types of sets, but those sets are a lot of fun for kids, and having miniature models of things we see in the real world is just really exciting, or at least it was for me personally. There's so much in City, from vehicles to boats to buildings, and they do such a good job of mimicking the world around us. I'm pretty sure nearly every Lego fan has owned a City set at some point because honestly, this is the theme that made Lego Lego. It's a fantastic theme. Next up we have Classic, and Classic is a very similar case where I'm sure it's great for kids, but I don't like it as much. Instead of getting actual sets, we just get like these kits with a bunch of pieces for kids to make their own creations. I think that's great, don't get me wrong, and we definitely should have these themes to inspire creativity among children, but I'm just not that big of a fan of this theme personally, which is why I'm gonna put it in B tier probably. Creator 3-in-1. This is also going straight into S tier. I don't think it's as good as City, but it's pretty good nonetheless. Firstly, the 3-in-1 is just so nice because I know it's a lot of fun to build and rebuild Lego sets. This theme lets you do that with great looking alternative builds, and the main builds themselves are also fantastic. A couple of months ago we got the medieval dragon, which is one of my favorite non-Ninjago dragons. I also like the majestic rhino we're getting this year. All 3 of those builds look great. The majestic tiger we got was fantastic, and again, this theme is very similar to City, where you can just explore so much stuff, except instead of City, which explores mainly vehicles and buildings, Creator mainly explores animals and occasionally other stuff like the pirate ship or the record player. And just like City, it does a great job of being extremely fun for kids. Lego Despicable Me 4. I mean, this one's really not all that interesting. We've only gotten 4 sets, and the only reason this isn't D tier is because those sets are okay. My favorite part of these sets is probably the minions, which I think look cute, but I'm still gonna put this at the bottom of C tier. Lego Disney. This is another okay theme. I think the main highlights of this theme are the castles, namely the Disney castle and some other castles that we've gotten. We also get some other large sets and some decent small sets too, like the Dalmatians and Hey Hey, who I think looks hilarious. I think this theme is better than C tier, so I'm gonna put it at the bottom of B, but again, it's not fantastic. Next up, though, we have Lego Dreams, and I have a lot to say on Lego Dreams. I'm going to start off with the TV show because I do want to count the TV show for these original action themes. I think the show is alright. Personally, I have very little interest in it because the first season was kind of bad. Season 2 was okay, it was mid, but Season 3 is genuinely decent. It's still not amazing though, and the sets I think are wacky. Since it is a dream world, the sets in the show by extension can literally be anything from trucks to shark submarines, and I like the creativity, and it's also nice to see that you can rebuild most of them, which I think is one of the things that pushed Creator 3-in-1 to its spot in S tier. I think because these sets are so wacky though, this theme lacks a consistent identity, unlike something like Ninjago where you can expect mechs, vehicles, temple builds, dragons. This theme doesn't really have that, but it's not that big of a deal. The sets by themselves are alright, but nothing too special. I feel like some of them try too hard to be unique, and that doesn't work out in some cases, but by and large, they are decent. I'm gonna put this at the top of C. Lego Duplo. I am obviously not the target audience for Duplo, so I'm not gonna like it as much as a kid might. These sets come with these big bricks, which I think are okay for kids, but I personally don't really care for them. I just remember having some Duplo sets for as a kid, so I'm gonna put it D tier. But yeah, I mean, I just prefer the normal size Lego bricks a lot more. For the next theme we have down here, it's Lego Education, and if you don't know what this is, neither did I before making this video, but it's just a bunch of kits for kids to play around with and learn essential 21st century skills. I don't know. This one's also gonna be D tier. Yeah, again, this is clearly meant for kids way younger than me, so I just don't like it at all. Lego Friends, though, I do like. I think this is probably A tier. I definitely like it more than Architecture. It's kind of similar to City, where it just follows the lives of a bunch of normal young kids. Specifically, the buildings we get just look really nice. They have a fun, goofy feel to them, and they have a lot of space to pose and play with minifigures. Even the occasional vehicle builds we get are fun. Overall, this is another great theme for kids. Speaking of great themes for kids, we have Fortnite, and Fortnite is good. Fortnite is really, really good. I'm probably gonna put it at the bottom of A tier, despite the fact that it's only been going for 2 years, and I think that's just a testament to how good this theme is. The minifigures we get are so well detailed and come with great molds like Peely. On top of that, the builds range from cute like the Durr Burger to extremely impressive like the Mecha Team Leader. I also love the new Klombo, who looks so organic and well built. The Peely Bone and the Battle Bus are also fantastic, and this is just a fantastic theme. I can't wait to see where it goes next. Gabbys Dollhouse. Okay, so Gabbys Dollhouse is similar to Friends in an extremely superficial way, but it's just a lot worse. The builds are dollhouses, obviously, and they're fine. I'm sure they're fun toys for kids, but unlike Friends, they don't really look the best on display, which lowers this theme all the way down to probably C tier. Yeah, bottom of C tier. Can't really put it much higher than that. Harry Potter, A tier. Easy A tier. I like it more than Friends, not as much as Botanicals, though. I like the new redesigned Hogwarts modular system. It's a lot of fun, and it connects pretty well together with the sets that are meant as add-ons to the main Hogwarts lineup. We also get consistent bangers like Gringotts or the Hogwarts icons. I also like some of the smaller sets we get, like the Dueling Club, the Charms class, the Flying Car. Just because of the consistent bangers we get in this theme, I'm gonna put it A. Icons is another easy A. It's probably at the top, in fact. I mean, they just go all out with these sets. The new Soundwave, for example, looks fantastic. The Krusty Burger looks great. The possibilities are also literally endless for this theme because they make sets out of all sorts of stuff. Even classic Lego themes like Blacktron got an updated set in the Lego Icons lineup. These are just great builds, they're limitless ideas, and this is all in all an easy A tier. I wouldn't be surprised if I moved it up to S tier as this tier list goes on. Lego ideas, it's very similar to icons, except instead of icons, they're basically just ideas that fans vote on, and those get turned into sets. However, the quality of the sets is still about the same, and again, the possibilities are endless. I just feel like icons has been a bit better in terms of recent memory, so I'm not going to put ideas ahead of icons, but it's very close. Jurassic World. So, for Jurassic World, we basically just get, essentially we just get molded dinosaurs with some small Lego City borderline 4+ side builds, but those dinosaurs are seriously awesome, especially stuff like the new Spinosaurus or the Titanosaurus or the Triceratops. They're just so good, and they're honestly the reason why anyone would want to buy Jurassic World. Because of those molds, pretty much all of the sets are overpriced, but if we ignore that and the mid builds, I think this theme is really good. But the fact that it's solely carried by those molds means I can't really put it higher than B tier. I'll put it below Batman. I think that's a good spot. Lord of the Rings. So I didn't really feel like including this because most of the sets are the big display pieces, you know, Barad-dûr, the Shire, Rivendell, and all of those are technically icon sets, but you know what? Lego counts this as a theme, so I'm gonna too. It's weird, but I'm gonna count those sets like Barad-dûr and Rivendell as both icons and Lord of the Rings sets, and taking those into account, they probably pushed this theme up to B tier. Again, we haven't gotten too many of these sets, and half of the sets are just like random brickheads and the extremely disappointing book nooks, so again, averaging it out, it's around B tier. Moving on to Marvel. Marvel is another theme that was really good. Back in the days of the Infinity Saga, we used to get a lot of bangers, not to mention unique comic book sets as well, and I feel like that's kind of decreased in the modern era. Most of the sets we get nowadays are just kind of mid, honestly. The prices have also gotten out of hand, though we do get the occasional gem. And out of respect for some absolute beauties like the Avengers Tower, I'm still gonna put it in B tier, probably at the top of B tier. Moving on to Lego Minecraft, I'm just gonna preface this by saying I'm not a huge Minecraft fan, but if I was, I can imagine having a lot of fun with this theme. One of the best parts about this theme, I feel like, is the whole fact that you can kind of build your own Minecraft world in Lego. Most of the builds we get in Minecraft are terrain builds that are pretty much just copy pasted from locations in Minecraft, and I think that's a lot of fun to have that video game world replicated in real life, and that's I think one of the reasons why Minecraft is so good. I'm gonna put it in A tier. The minifigures overall are also pretty good. I like the fact that when they made it in Lego, they did well to imitate the style and feel of Minecraft in Lego form, and overall this theme is just very good. Speaking of very good themes, we have Lego minifigures. These are basically your CMFs and all that good stuff, and yep, A tier. I'm not sure if I want to put it ahead of Botanicals. I probably will, just because we've gotten so many good minifigures. The minifigures are so well detailed. We get some fantastic molds, and I mean, there's really nothing more to say. It's just some great minifigures. Moving on to Monkey Kid. This is also gonna go in A tier. I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna put it. Probably behind Harry Potter. I think that's a good spot. Starting off with the show, the Monkey Kid TV show is genuinely awesome. The world of Monkey Kid I think was so well built. The existing lore, the way they incorporated it into the story was well done. The animation, the fight choreography, all of it is really good. And this show honestly just gets better as it keeps going on and on. The sets I think are good. It's just I feel like Monkey Kid as a theme has peaked. They probably peaked in 2021 with sets like the Bone Demon, but it's just sad to see. To me personally, it feels like Lego's just putting less and less effort into this theme, which I hate to see because the sets, they just become more and more samey. They're not really all that unique anymore. They don't have the wow factor that sets like the Bone Demon or the they just don't have the same wow factor that sets like the Bone Demon or other sets from 2021, 2020 had. And yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad to see. This theme seems like it's going to be canceled soon, but even with all the 5 years that we've gotten, this theme is pretty good. Next up, we have Lego and Nike, and this theme is going straight into C tier. We've only gotten one set, and the only reason why I'm not creating a separate tier to put this theme in is because the one set we got is pretty good. Yeah, not much more to say on it. Something I do have a lot to say on, though, is Ninjago, and I'm pretty sure, as all of you have guessed, this theme is going straight into S tier. This team has just been producing bangers since 2011. I've lost count of how many good sets we've gotten. It's just now recently that Ninjago has begun branching into adult sets with sets like the Ninjago Legends subline, and we've gotten plenty of big sets, but it's great to see that Ninjago is not only like a kids theme now, it's for adults too, and it's been seeming like that way for a while. Even with the absence of just adult sets, we've been getting some absolute beauties for a while, like one of my favorites of all time, the Skull Sorcerer's Dungeons. We get plenty of good small sets that I'm sure many kids will enjoy, leading into the TV show, which again is fantastic. All in all, this theme just fires on all cylinders. The sets are great, the minifigures are great, the TV show is great, and this theme is fantastic. S tier for sure. One Piece, this one is going into A tier. This theme, we've only gotten one wave, and I absolutely love it. And I think that's just because the effort and the time that they're putting in, the money, the effort, the time, it's just very apparent in One Piece. The design, the character designs, the builds that we're getting, they're all fantastic. I think the prices on these sets are pretty good too, and you have One Piece sets for pretty much everyone, from $30 sets for kids to $330 sets like the massive Baratier for adults who've grown up watching the One Piece anime. I think that's just fantastic, and just because it's great to see Lego putting so much care into a theme, I'm going to put it in A tier. This theme, I can't wait to see where it goes next. Another theme that I don't really care about, though, we have Lego Powered Up, I believe that's what it's called. Most of this theme is pretty much just motors. There's really not much Lego about this theme, so I'm going to put it in D tier. Same with Serious Play. It's very similar to Braille Bricks in Education in the sense that it's just kits, and I don't really like that. Lego Sonic, though, I think is pretty good. I think it's very faithful to the original games and all the other Sonic media that we've gotten. The minifigures are pretty nice looking. I think they're really good. And I feel like this theme is not good, not bad. It's just middle of the list, which is why I'm going to put it middle of the list. Speed Champions, though, I think is genuinely great. I love all the new cars that we're getting, and as someone who really likes cars, the shaping and the detail that they've gotten on these cars is fantastic. I cannot tell you how many new, like, design curvy pieces we've gotten just from Speed Champions, and how many new molds they've made just to incorporate the cars that they're making for the wave. They again, similar to One Piece, they put a lot of time and effort into making these cars look good. I don't think it's quite as good as One Piece because the minifigure department is a bit lacking. I know minifigures aren't really the highlight of this theme, but they just kind of drag it down for me. It's just an unfortunate reality, so I'm gonna put it in B tier. I think this is a good spot. Lego Star Wars. I mean, it has to be like B is too low. It has to be S or A, right? Yeah, I'll put it S. It's my second favorite theme after Ninjago, and I think the spot that it's in right now, it does have some problems. Lego is definitely charging way too much. There are some obvious quality issues, some obvious build issues. The downscaling is kind of gone a bit too much, though I'm not inherently against the idea, but Star Wars just as a theme, its massive legacy, that 2008 to 2014 era where they were just making banger after banger after banger. They have to elevate this theme for me. If Star Wars isn't in S tier, I don't know which other theme can be in S tier. It's just so iconic to Lego, and yes, it has problems, but every theme has problems. Ninjago has problems, City has problems. It's just that Star Wars has been so fantastic in spite of its problems, and that's why it has such a massive fan following too. So overall, I am one of those fans. I absolutely love this theme. Moving on to Super Mario, I am less enthusiastic about this theme. I think it is pretty good. I like that they're certainly being creative with the minifigures. We don't get like regular Lego minifigures with this theme. Instead, we get like these big Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach plastic figurines. I don't really know what to call them. And they have like a technology incorporation where you can kind of gain power-ups by scanning special Lego pieces just like the game. I think that's cool. I think it's something unique that they're doing for a video game theme. I think it is better than Sonic. I don't know if it's better than Jurassic World, and you know what? It probably is. DC is a bit much. I'll just put it ahead of Jurassic World. It does have a lot of good aspects to it. Again, similar to Minecraft, I love how it's pretty much just like a representation of the game in real life. I can definitely see kids loving this theme a lot because they just have a connection with the video games, and I think that Lego does a good job of making these sets similar to the video games, and I think that's why this theme is in B tier. The builds by themselves are not that fantastic, but the game aspect kind of elevates it for me. Lego Technic. Lego Technic is going straight into A tier. It's very similar to Icons and Ideas and City, where they can pretty much make everything in this Technic form. They're also fantastic looking. They tend to be bigger, like display piece sets, which I like because I would have never imagined that they could make like a full-on Lamborghini out of Technic, but here we are. The possibilities again are just endless. We've gotten so many good sets. I don't think there's any doubt this theme is in A tier. Lego Zelda, we've only gotten one set. It's very similar to the Lego Nike, where, yeah, no, I'll put it ahead of Gabbys Dollhouse. Wednesday is very similar. It's similar to Bluey, where we only have a handful of sets, but those sets are decent. I think it's slightly better than Bluey though. Wicked, yeah, it's similar to Wednesday and Bluey, but I think it is slightly better because I love the whole magical feel that all of the sets have. So just for that, I'll probably put it ahead of Art. So that is it for my ranking of every single Lego theme today. Overall, I'm pretty satisfied with the list, but let me know what you agree with, what you disagree with down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this one, make sure to click the video on the end screen now to see some more of my rankings. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one.